would help to unmute my mic. Getting used to things. Rather than saying things and then no one can hear them. Hope you're all well. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. But because it's been a joke recently and because the Amnesia guys have also had a go, I'm going to try and finish the game, still on the clock, without jumping. Yeah, Jack, how's it going? Daisy, how's it going? And Arslan, how's it going? Look how sad you are. That is a lot of open parentheses. Yeah, just to demonstrate that I am not cheating with this. I have no jump bind. I cannot jump. I have not looked much into how this is going to work, so your guess is as good as mine if this run can actually be finished. But we will have a go. Still on the clock, because why not? Got nothing else to fill that space. Yeah, Willow, how's it going? Make sure I've got the right scenes on. And I'm doing well, thank you. The streamer cannot. I can't do much. Thanks for the host, Jack. How far do you think I'll get before I absolutely need to jump?
Are you okay, Simon? I think you're bleeding.
I might have to get creative with props.
That's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Are we going to make it to the doctor's office?
No, that's for later.
I mean...
It's green.
You don't have to jump in the apartment.
Ashley,
You definitely can't jump on the subway, so I think we'll make it to Munchie.
Please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why
Time
now?
estimate? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
Why is there never enough time?
Oh, Jack, don't go. Yeah, the Amnesia runners have been having a go at this recently.
Yeah, I'm up. Hi, Simon Jarrett.
So I thought I'd see if it works in Soma.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan.
Make it to Upsilon away.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just
You have to go through the window
for today?
Yeah.
in Upsilon Awake.
I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got
We'll
it.
see what we can do.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
To gain any, I still want to do some any percent stuff. Like I still want to use prop clips, but anything that would go through the wall, I immediately turn around and instinctively try and jump over the table, and I can't. This is going well.
Feels like milk.
Like if I'm doing any kind of prop flight,
Sucking on a penny.
I'm gonna have to really like walk it up to gain height. Is it? Are you doing okay tonight? Your keyboard around the right way? At least I don't have to jump in this map. I should have put a counter on the screen, which is how many times I've pressed the space bar, thinking it will jump. That would have been nice to have. Maybe a future time. Oh, and I can't jump into the door frame, so I can't get behind Munchie. You're welcome, Zaza.
I guessed it. Hello?
I pressed it again. I'm so used to just jumping everywhere.
Oh, hi.
This is gonna be a nightmare.
Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah, It's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
From what I remember about the setup in Upsilon Awake is you have to go through the window to preload the next map. But the actual trigger area that you go through overlaps a bit of the door as well, so I can still get the preload to work by clipping through the left side of the door.
You're Simon Jarrett, correct?
Right.
Marry you.
Munchie.
How much have you drunk tonight?
July 16th.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6. Good. All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much
If this
as
was
getting-
burnout, I could set Big Mary on you,
Stock
but
cameras would steal
I'm not
their
sure you'd
souls.
like that.
That's so. Well, let's hope they're wrong.
You're sobered.
Ready? Say cheese.
You seem it. Alright. There we go. So I've got a few ideas, but I haven't tried anything yet. Hey, Yonko, how's it going? Welcome to memes.
Hello?
Right, so I'm gonna go
Mr. Munchie?
through here instead. I hate that prop. Not good for clipping. Hey. I can't even jump upstairs. So I've got the preload now, which means I can go into the next map out of bounds. But getting on top of the vent, you need to jump.
What was that?
But I do remember Terra had a strat where you can take this through by like putting it there and then crawling to the right as you come out of here. Like just inside that vent will stay in bounds. And if that was any further out, it would deload. But I can take this with me. I can't drop this though, because there's no floor underneath me, like that props can collide with. So I've got to try and get this under me. Oh, there we go. Hey. So I made it up to the vent. I think I need to do it again for this bit. There we go. Box? Where's my box? Oh, it dropped it in bounds. I'm just gonna have to do this casually now. I thought maybe I could like set up a hover off the edge there and try and climb up, but not without a prop. But hey, I don't have to talk to Kath, which is always a plus. I do, however, need to say hi to Carl. I'm sorry, Carl. We're still buddies, right? Okay, we make it through Upsilon then. So I don't need to jump up here, I can just climb out. I can try to fly out, but I'm probably just going to kick the sheet.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get on top of the sheet without just kicking it across the floor.
Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some.
It's gone okay so
What do you
far.
want to know?
Where do you even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pathos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly
Yeah,
from
I'm thinking
Toronto?
like for an 80% run, I'm gonna make
That was
mistakes
very
later on.
unexpected.
Have you seen any
There's gonna be a few
people,
places where I'd like to
staff,
try a
field
few
technicians?
things that I've had
Only
ideas
robots,
of, but they
crazy
probably
ones.
won't work.
Except for one. I think he was in pain. I'm not sure what to do.
He said he was hurting.
So in terms of time,
I don't know.
at least an hour and a half on this, maybe 2 hours.
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse.
Paradise Remastered's better than you remembered it being. I saw you streamed it for a little bit the other day, but not for long.
Connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Were you just testing out, or did you not have time to continue?
Shit, where should I? Oh, fuck.
Get up to A license. Alright. Still a decent chunk. Alright, can I get on the sheet? Like 3,000 degrees, I know that pain.
What? What the hell? How is this possible?
Like, if I can get on top of the bar, that doesn't move.
This isn't
And then I can drop on top of the sheet.
insane!
Okay. I didn't want to kick the sheet. "13 minutes behind him, that's not bad.
How did I...
Oh, I do not like what this sheet is doing because I've scrolled up. Actually losing height with this, which is good. I want to hit the preload because I want to try with this sheet in the next map. Spider, you don't happen to know where the save point is in Transport Station? Just in case I fall off? I know there's a save on the starting side. I just can't remember where. Save as you walk through the door? No. The save that I just hit is what you go back to if you fall off. Unless you mean further down. Or Amy's door. Or something. Alright, well I made it here. Further down the hall. Yeah, I should have looked this up. Where's the fun in that?
Let's hope the shuttle still works.
Where are you, save point? That must be it. 'Cause I do still want to try and clip out here because I can get on top of the sheet. I have to make the jump. No! That's the first. I can't jump this gap. That's a problem. But... Oh. Oh. Well, I can't get out of there. My thought is if I can get on top of this, I might be able to get on top of here. If I just keep walking up it. And then just drop down in front of the door. If I could go this way, that'd be brilliant. Apparently not, I just get stuck here. Yeah, no. I can't get past there. That's unfortunate. So the other method I wanted to try... Can't get around there. I thought I got myself stuck then. Ah, I need 2 props for this. I don't want to throw that away just yet. I have no idea what you're on about. I hate fire extinguishers, but you go that way. Does this just not collide with me at all? Ah, useless prop. Cool. I can't get over there because I need to jump. At this point, it would have been quicker to just clip into the shuttle and start it then. But just in case. Let's abandon Amy. Could really have done with these props in the other way. Eh, come on. Okay, oh, I can take this. I just want to try and clip through this door. If I can. It's quite a thick door, so that might be a... Nope, nope. That's too thick to go through. Kind of hoping I could just clip through there and start the cutscene from the other side, but that's not going to be worth it. Not as thick as the Theta door. Right, and I remember this was actually a strat at one point. This is why people hate fire extinguishers so much. You have to go backwards for this one. This thing was terrible. You think the prop clips we have now are difficult? You don't want to try that one.
Shuttle J6 activated. Standing by.
Alright, we're off. Finally. Trying to think what my next issue is going to be. Getting up to the Curie will be fine. I can still drop in, so long as I can stand on top of a prop. Because I don't have to jump to gain the height. I can just go around in circles and like walk my way up. The bone that you typically use in any percent is going to be... You're just going to kick that. I need to find something I can drop onto.
turbulence, and deep-sea construction.
Yeah, overall the strats are going to be a weird mix of any percent, no major glitches, and whatever the hell I can think of in the time.
We'll be able to find shuttle trains leading to all the other parts of the station.
The next prop flight, I mean, the one to the Curie, it's still tricky because you can fall off quite easily if you look up too much. Like, it's quite a small prop. Onwards, Simon. Happens to you every run going forward. That's usually how it goes. I tend to go for a more risky strat with it. I angle it quite aggressively up and I run with it, rather than like just constantly spamming space the entire way through that level.
Here we go again.
You get the height a lot quicker, but it's a lot easier to fall off. I guess I'm going more aggressive than I need to. Hey, Youngie, how's it going? I have been well. Hope you are too. I set up for the jump up here. There's no jump. I would have just walked forward and just, like, fallen straight off of it if I tried. Yeah, I thought I'd try this run because the Amnesia guys have been trying it in Dark Descent.
How big can this ocean be?
You come with me. I need to find somewhere where I can, like, drop off a hill and land on it. Oh, congratulations! Enjoy your freedom. I need to just rely on walking with this one. Ooh, a job straight out of uni. That's getting rarer and rarer these days. Oh, just like an internship or something? It's still good. It's experience. Hope I've not gone too high. Ah, okay. Is it in a related field though, or is it just a summer job? Just now that you're free from the shackles of university? I just made it through that. Ah, okay, okay. Hey, perfect height.
All right, we're in. Let's find a working escape vessel.
Now! Fire extinguisher, please. Managed to mess your foot up? How did you manage that? Hopefully it heals soon. I'm not tempting fate with the flesher spawn. Sprained it doing nothing? Weird. God, I'm limping. Oh, come on. Nice, Flasher. Just let me go, please. I'd usually jump down these stairs, but I'm just going to have to let gravity fail me. Come on, Simon. Simon's not very good at jumping, and he's not very good at going downstairs either. He's only good at flat ground. Go away, door. Hey.
Yes, I just need to pump the water out and get a trajectory in place. Hurry up! Just a second. All right, taking off.
Oh.
Hold on to something.
Can't even get on the seat. May as well try and clip out. Come on, I had practice in transport station. No.
Can you steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choking, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what
Just
direction
keep kicking
we're
it.
going in?
Don't worry, I'm hooked up to the navigator. We're headed for Theta. Should be a matter of minutes.
Thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WoW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on
I
the
hate
ship?
fire extinguishers so
Talking about the black
much.
tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial
Legitimately the
intelligence called
worst
WoW.
prop in the game.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like...
This clip is completely inconsequential. It just allows me to escape this vessel while I'm doing this this cutscene, but it really works for me.
Brace for impact! Hold on, the blast just pushed us off the plateau!
What does that mean?
If I don't hit Delta, we're dead.
Again, hopefully it heals up soon.
Please remain seated.
I'll never get this open.
I'm going to have to chase Goya around a little bit more because I'm not going to be able to jump in front of him and stop him. Door's not going to be of much use to me, I don't think. I can't juggle it either. I think I'm just going to have to wait for the Zeppelin to land.
You're the rescue team, huh? Good job. Don't worry, Kath. I'll find a way to Theta.
That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, come on. I will be impressed if I can finish this run and it's not like bottom of the any percent boards. I think PB finished this map about 5-6 minutes ago.
Zeppelin's on its way. Better get ready.
you get a full Zeppelin. I can't think of anything that would get me.
That's definitely the Zeppelin.
The main issue, like, if I can get a prop on the Zeppelin and set it up before I fly away, I could escape the Zeppelin just fine. Yeah, Benny, how's it going? Jumpless percent has been done like a couple of times recently. Rex had the idea, and I think Skyrian's also done runs of it. But like, if I could set up a prop to escape this,
Calm down.
I could fly over,
Oh, it's really
do
just a
everything out of
turn
bounds.
from
Like, I
the
don't really need to
existence like
jump, I
that.
don't think.
Where are we now?
Delta.
I don't know if there's a way
Research
up at the
says you would
end,
crash.
out of
Oh,
bounds
right.
without jumping.
Of course. Is this a Zeppelin?
So I might get stuck trying to get to
It's a cargo
Theta.
transport. They use them
If
for
not,
moving
if I get
materials
back
between
too
the
slowly, I
site
can't
and
jump
big
around the
shuttles.
boxes that block
I'm
me
sure
for
it can
this.
carry us.
So I don't really want to risk it.
Come on. Oh, the tool chip is bust.
Isn't that part of the Omni tool?
Look who's been paying attention.
I have to deal with that back.
So I'm just going to do
Then
this
you
in
know how
like
it works.
the
We
regular
need to
way.
get a new tool chip and switch it.
Be disappointed if it doesn't
Point me in the
PB.
direction of the closest tool chip storage?
It might.
I think it would be easier to just take one from a robot.
What? Just knock a robot over the head and steal their chips?
Yeah,
The tool
there's a
box
few
over there
different
says it has
ideas
a
you can
stun
have,
baton.
but
You could use that.
Jumpless is one of the
Come on,
easiest ones
not
to
when I'm
implement.
hurting anyone. Isn't this a bit much?
Like,
It's just a robot.
it's kind of a
Simon.
difficult game to
They're
do a
just
no-hit
robots.
run of because there's a scripted hit that you have to take.
Guess I have no choice.
Let's go for this one. No. Did I practice before stream? Nope. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Ah, come on.
Same as usual. I never practice this game off stream. The only time I do offline practice is when I'm learning a new game to run. And then everything after that I just do on stream.
Thanks, Simon. Don't be mad, okay? We really needed that chip. We'd be stuck here.
Could you do it?
It depends. Like, if I'm picking up
I
a
get
brand new
attention
game,
too. I'm not a monster.
I'll tend to do like
But in this
learn it
case,
offline,
it had to
do a
be
couple
done.
runs on stream,
Talk
and
to
then
me.
if once I've worked out like what my average completion time is and where I'm losing the most time all the time,
Yeah.
I'll go
well,
away and
I'm sure
practice
it's
those
fine.
off stream because I don't really like doing practice and learning on stream.
It's just beginning to sink in. I mean,
Um,
really sink in.
And then I'll come back
I'm a
once I'm
robot.
a bit
Didn't
more
we cover
consistent
this
at those
already?
bits and
Guess I've
try and
known
get
ever
PBs.
since I woke up at Upsilon. I just keep suppressing it. Like my brain doesn't
Occasionally
want
I'll
me to
take
do
like
that.
a 5-10 minute practice break for one particular strat, and then I'll go back to
Yeah. Could
doing
you
runs
maybe hit
again.
that switch over there so we
I was
can
doing
get
that in
moving?
Amnesia a fair bit.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Hey, casual strats. I am technically on the clock, so I don't want to spend too much time like faffing around trying to figure out if something works. For the most part, I'm just going to do what I know is consistent. I can play around with other ideas another time. See if I can find things that make it faster. But first off, I just want to see if it's possible. Hey, we get to hear Kath's side of the conversation.
You did really good back there, Simon. We got a slight delta detour, but we're back on track.
Yeah.
We should touch down on a cargo platform just outside Theta. Then we just head inside, grab the dump back, and head down the abyss. 4,000 meters. That's a long way. We don't have to worry though, because with the dump back, the Ark could have been in the Mariana Trench. It'll hold for anything.
That's great.
And then we can start listening to other people when
Yeah,
they
for anyone
talk,
doubting,
because that's how conversations work.
my spacebar does not work.
Oh, sorry. I just can't stop thinking about what we've become. It's
When you wake up as
clear
Reed,
that
you have to
we're no
jump
longer
out of the first
humans.
room. You just clip through the door.
But then how can I feel like Simon? How can I feel like anything at all? I mean, technically, I don't have any ears, no mouth. Christ, that's a weird
I'm still
thing
going
to
by
think
any
about.
percent
I mean, I'm
rules, so
making
prop clips are
sounds.
still fair
I'm
game.
still saying things.
You sure are. Okay. Your new body most likely has senses similar to those
I fit
you
through
had
here
as a
just
human.
fine a second ago,
And
thank
your
you.
mind, only knowing one way to
Simon's getting
perceive the
fat.
world, superimposes that skill set on top of your new features.
No,
So my mind is covering it up.
no wonder he can't jump.
Nothing's different.
If it didn't, you'd probably be incapable of interacting with the world at all. And the stress would either kill you or make you go insane.
So I've found a good balance between awareness and ignorance. Does that mean I shouldn't think about this stuff, or are my thoughts
Lay off the
actually
gel
making me
consumption.
Could I tip the balance by suddenly gaining
But
some
snack.
insight and go insane?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, we have real things to deal with. Saving mankind, remember? Speaking of which, we're closing in on Theta.
Yes,
I'll eject the Omnitool.
I want
As
to
always,
do
don't
the
forget to
clip in
take it easy.
Theta inside,
Cav, before you go, the artificial intelligence.
but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, the Warden unit, the WOW.
Is it the WoW's fault that we're like
I
this?
can
mean,
get
it
up,
seems like something an
most
unreliable
likely.
AI would do.
I
suppose
can
it set the ball in motion,
clip
but it's all
out
directed with purpose.
and stay on the other
It's
side next to the
really
vent just
complicated
fine.
to explain how machines
But
think,
normally you
Simon.
jump across to the vent.
Concentrate on getting inside Theta, okay?
I don't
See you soon.
know. Hey, Yonko. Dude, how's it going? Why did I say Yonko? The other Burnout player. Yonko was here earlier. How are you doing? Welcome to Jumpless. I can't jump. I'm doing pretty good. Kind of tired because I woke up earlier today. Yeah. So if I can find like props in world that are reasonably high, I can use those to try and get on top of other props. Oh, I can't do this strat actually because I need to jump out. Never mind. Can't do it without jumping. Because in trying to get out through the door, I'd kick that panel out and I'd lock myself out. This won't be added to speedrun.com now. This is just a for fun thing. "35 minutes isn't actually that bad." Yeah, so if I can get up there,
Hello? Anyone there?
then I should be okay.
Well, Catherine,
It's
we
just
found Theta.
trying to find a way of getting up there. So if I can... there we go. Nope. This is the worst outcome. There we go. Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work. Okay then. Clip didn't work. Oh, come on. I just want to get on top. Thank you. It always sticks to the ground. Yeah, I held that in kind of a bad position. Now, the end of the level is right there, but normally you'd have to jump across this. Okay, you can just sprint. Good to know. Am I going to make this jump, though? Yes. Okay. That actually... Hello? Let me up. Thank you. Hey! Theta's still pretty easy. Hey, cuz. Ran over my head again. Not going to be able to do the out of bounds here, though, because can't jump. You do get casual tunnels. Actually, no, you get casual exit. Tunnels, I don't know why it's called tunnels. The only tunnel thing in Theta Tunnels is the vent at the start, which is not a tunnel. It's a vent. And it's like a tiny portion of the total playtime of that map.
Don't move. It's okay.
What?
It's over now.
Theta base jump.
Relax.
Ashley?
Is it? Please stop.
What are you doing here?
Hanging out like couples do.
We're not...
You don't want me?
Yes, of course, but... What happened?
We fell in love.
I have jumping puzzles in the water room at the end. Are they actually jumping puzzles, though? Or are they just puzzles? Like, we usually jump to take a shortcut, but is there a way of doing it without jumping? Let's find out. Oh god, I have to run past this guy again. I thought I was done with this. Nice proxy. Okay. I bumped into a couple of things then. You get on the wet floor sign by stepping over the ledge. It's gonna need to be in collision mode. So I need to get it into collision mode. Mode. Yeah, I need to get it into the mood for collision. And then step out onto it, so it needs to be in the right sort of spot for that. Meanwhile, I think I have a proxy chasing me at that time. Please leave. Why do you always stand there? Thank you. Yeah, he stands there in PB. Can I? Okay, I can shut that door. Yay! It works. You just kind of have to adjust it without being able to actually see. Okay, made it to the Omicron splits. Tao's not going to be possible. I'm going to have to deal with Yoshida. Like, that jump's bad enough when you can jump. Doing it jumpless ain't happening. My favorite. I guess I can use this.
All right, let's find Omicron.
Omicron's going to be No Major Glitches route. No Major Glitches route does still jump. So I'm going to have to find my way around a few things. I can't do the chair strat to get the gel because I can't jump on the chair.
Where am I going? This isn't safe.
It's definitely not going to be able to do the escape from Robot Girl out of bounds because the double jump is not happening either. Been a while since I've successfully done this one. Okay. Well, back we go. That couldn't have gone worse. I need to go get the robot. Oh, you can stand up in there. Just not there. Jump after it. You first. Yeah, usually the sheet like drops underneath you or just in front of you or something. It doesn't just fly away. No, you. I asked first. I've had enough of this. Yeah, we can take a bit of pressure, right? Hey. Stupid sheet. So compared to my PB in any percent, I'm only about 13 minutes behind. Which is actually not that bad. I should have added that as a comparison.
Let's find that suit.
Till F3%. Do you know what the worst part about F3% was? The escape from the monster in Curie. Like, that was a nightmare. Just trying to get down the stairs or around all the corners. No. I can't even climb here anyway. Me taking the stairs like a pleb. I need a prop. You. Hopefully you're bit better than your red cousins. Much better. I can't use this unless... Yeah. There's got to be some combination of props that I can put down and get on top of here. Yeah. Come on. Yes! Well. Nailed it. Still can't jump. How did I not take full damage there? I just picked it from the top. You open the glass slightly and then you can pick it from the top. I see a lot of people on casual playthroughs doing that as well. Like the glass opens a little bit and then the chip dies, but you can just like pick it from the top. I'm sorry, lady. Oh, I need you. I need to get back out of here. Alright, well, there's my 3 props. Oh yeah, you're there. Well, looks like I'm not blocking it with the chair. I had no idea that the door just opened.
Lock the door.
I might have just soft locked. I might have done things in the wrong order.
Piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
Hmm.
We have everything we
Oh
need,
dear.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
To work.
These aren't going to come on, are they? Nope. Damn it. Also... That's back to the start of Omicron. At least I have strats now. But I do need to go set up the suit first. Kinda forgot about that. Shut up, Ross. Yeah, if you trigger the doors to lock and you've already got the 3 items, you can't interact with the suit unless it's already been set up.
Basic, so limited.
But you're never supposed to be able to get into that position.
Okay, we need to find you a power suit.
No Major Glitches avoids it by coming here first,
Like a recycled can of soda?
You think we'll find
and
one
any
of this?
percent avoids it by just not going near the door.
In a suit already.
We
That's good
kind of
thought
don't
idea,
have
too.
that option.
You know how you were transferred from Vancouver?
Toronto.
From then to now.
How
Because
could I
because I
forget?
wasn't doing
Okay,
No Major
so
Glitches, I
do it again.
completely forgot about
You
that
wanna send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I want to
until it was too
transfer
late.
your mind into a new body.
What?
Look, we already know it can be done. We don't need to make it a big deal.
It is a big deal, Kath. It's a huge fucking deal. There's got to be something else that can take us down there.
The Dunbat at Theta was the only vessel that could take that pressure, and you saw what happened.
Then think of something else.
Simon, please. You don't have to switch
If I
to
can finish this run in a
synthetix.
decent time, I'll do
Play
another one
along
of
for
this.
now. If
It's
we
actually
find
kind of fun.
something else, then great. If not,
I'm not promising anything.
thank you, Simon. Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
Oh, God. Nice.
Yeah, there's been a few different meme runs that I've wanted to try. This was one of them. And then another one that I want to try soon in Burnout Paradise is a viewer request. So I've got a few currently hidden, but I can toggle them on at any time. Points rewards. So you can mess with my game while I'm playing. Not like Chaos Mod style, but you can make me do things like go do other events, waste my time. That could be fun to have a go with. Hi, Youngie. Well, thank you for stopping by and sleep well. Fire extinguisher. No! You worked so well last time. Hey. Still going for the half-second saves. Because I have literally nothing else to do in that time. Pulled that down a little too hard. Oh, come on. Hey. That actually works really well. I was expecting to just run into it and have it get kicked. Not just let me up like a ramp. Like, this thing's way too light. It shouldn't work like that. I'll be the any percent strat. Except any percent can jump. He doesn't need it. How did that clip me? And like clip me through, clip me back, and then clip me through again. No, it's not going to clip. I'm doubting things that work fine. Yeah, Coco, how's it going? No, I don't want you. I want you. Seems to be wall clip practice. Yeah, pretty much. Sure. I found a box full of fireworks, apparently. Like, the particle effects just went nuts. I'll be coming back for you. Bye.
Don't waste time, Simon.
Shut the door, Kath. Lock it up.
What's happening?
Lock the door.
It's locked. What's going on?
There's no one there.
You managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
I'm not going to be able to jump on them there, so the box is
Right?
pointless.
Yeah. Let's get to work. This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work.
She's raging.
Make sure it's all
I swear she doesn't rage for that long usually.
connecting all the parts. All right, try activating the
Yay.
again.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Count you out of ever getting on the leaderboards.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you were
That is true. She doesn't usually eat the fire extinguisher. It's a special run. I thought I'd treat her. Right, so getting to Tau, I don't need to jump.
We need to loop back the activity manifested by that's everything. You can
In Tau, I can't do out of bounds, but
Like having your picture taken.
with the most expensive
I can
camera in the
still...
world.
You know,
Tau's going to be pretty much entirely in bounds.
In this case, they'd be right.
If I can take a box downstairs with me, actually,
Don't waste time
I can clip through
power suit already.
the final door, unlock it, and then go clip out again and grab it from the elevator.
There must be something wrong. Can't you run a
It
diagnostic?
might save a bit of time. I'm going to have to go through Alpha, which means I'm going to have to deal with the Leviathan.
No, it's just
why was it still talking?
Unless I can...
the same like before.
Catherine,
That metal thing,
why
like,
is it
I'll
still
probably be able to,
talking?
like, walk it up through the top, but that's going to take a while. Because usually I'll, like, walk it back and forth and jump at the same time to try and get it out. Phi is going to have to be casual. But I don't see anything being a major problem for the rest of the run. Oh, I didn't bring a chair with me. No! Bye, Simon. I mean, fuck off, Simon. Oh yeah, my no major glitches PB was allowed on the leaderboards, even though it had the getting out of the seat thing. I guess Cosmic either didn't notice or didn't care. I keep doing this now.
Are we done here?
Yeah,
Activate the cloud, please.
sure.
Sorry, I've got no boxes to take down with me this time. The seat glitch is indeed officially allowed.
It's dumb luck, right? I woke up in the right body. This redundant copy will never experience my journey, the full journey. You wouldn't understand.
If only it saved time.
I couldn't do it, and you knew it.
Actually, didn't I gold with it?
You were right in trying to hide it from me. Only wish you'd done a
Didn't I
better
gold the
job.
other night? Oh, that's a no major glitches gold, so it's not exactly comparing against much.
I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing.
I should bring some of my gold splits over from any percent into no major glitches, anything where it's just completely the same. Like the Ark,
Please say something.
this.
I don't want to think.
Actually no, this any percent is a gold for a reason, because you start out of bounds after clipping out of the Omicron
When
airlock,
I was little,
so that wouldn't
I used
work.
to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I can still feel how I did,
The first 3 splits are all the same.
heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there,
Snagged on every single
I
rock.
to the roof and pushing through the crowd full
Kind of
of
tired tonight.
paint from an artist brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas
Yeah,
of
I woke up early
artists and
today
foods.
because I went to bed
For a brief moment,
earlier last
I
night
felt
because the internet
connected
stopped
to the
working.
world in a way that I never
And
had before.
if there's no internet,
It was
I have
the most
nothing to do.
profound feeling of comfort
I
and
just went to
sense
bed.
of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof
I usually go to
many
bed at
times
like
after.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I went to bed last night at like
Why people would be.
9, 10 at night.
The privilege of being
Like
makes us
actual
find
normal
things
human
just
hours.
every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe?
It felt terrible.
Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so
Sounds
happy
too
being
healthy.
where you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different? I'd still be alone.
It's a shame that Jumpless doesn't save us from this.
No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have...
Yeah, if I have a go at making like a speedrun friendly mod for this game that just removes all of the cutscenes, this is basically just going to be you sit down in the chair, it goes like 2 meters, and then it stops. Also, Cal, holy shit. Thank you very much for the resubscription.
Hey, I know it's not much.
How's it going,
Why
dude?
don't we stop moving?
Welcome to Jumpless %.
I think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing
I
pretty
forgot
hard
about
right
that, so
against
here's
the
a
wall
seat.
of my suit.
Don't worry.
I kind of just went on autopilot then.
Comforting.
It will
That's a decent view.
Does time freeze?
We get a
when you're
nice sort of
out?
close-up of
Time feels omitted more than anything.
What's the
Ross's
difference?
face.
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Yes. But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more
Also,
like
Chatty puts square
every
brackets
change
around the
moment
message
that
so your
never really
Poggies looks like
seems
it
to
has
find
2 extra
closure.
blue arms
Something
around it.
like a movie being edited live.
Yeah,
I
Rip,
suppose
this
so.
is indeed
I guess
Jumpless.
it sounds exciting, but it really
It
keeps me
worked
activated
better
to
than
the
I
point of
thought it would.
exhaustion.
It's rough.
Could be worse. It could be a time traveler stuck in a body
Also,
made
don't
from
mind me
black
just
goo.
kind of like staring at a
That'd be
chair.
the worst.
Wow, even the screen doesn't work anymore. We just stopped. Come on, Rossi boy. Can't even see his feet. Hey, buddy. Sit down. Hey. He's really proud of that chair. I know, right? He's going to make preparations. Preparations?
Oh, good, you're back.
What happened?
Something dropped onto the cage. Knocks you right out.
It spoke to me.
He's creepier that way.
Wow's creatures? It just stared at you for a moment, then threw itself down the abyss.
I was kind of late tapping S. You can do it from all the way back, like over there.
The sound of that.
It was very
Like
strange.
next to the
I thought it was
pillar.
gonna kill you for sure. Glad it didn't.
Yeah. Me too. Looks like we're closing in on the ocean floor.
Good. Not sure the climber can take it much longer. Okay, so this is the Omega sector.
I've not managed to get that to work yet.
The abyssal plan used by Pathos 2. I expect we'll have to do some walking before we reach Tau.
You haven't been here before?
Not in a way that
Alright, typical out of bounds route for this one.
We've been here. We're following your old footsteps, Cat.
There used to be a way in Tau of getting a prop out of bounds with you. I need to see if I can, like, figure out how that worked again.
Alright, let's head for Tau and find that arc.
Oh, I can't do my jump. Yeah, if anyone has any doubts, that's my spacebar. It no work. Come on. The run was almost scuppered by a rock. Callan Viper? Is Viper in chat? Not seen a message. Yeah, there was a few times early on where I kept hitting the spacebar just out of habit. But I've now removed that option completely, so it's not been an issue. Like, jump isn't bound to anything. I was thinking I might have a backup key and have it on J or something, just to make sure. But I didn't end up doing that, so it's currently not bound to anything. I don't mean to alarm you, but I seem to have lost Tau. This hill doesn't always like me. It's okay. Okay, made it up. Why am I bothering with the preload? I'm not bringing a prop with me, it doesn't matter. Fuck's sake. If you don't like spiders, I would look away for a sec. You can look back when the creepy music stops. There you go. Right, you need to jump up that. Right. That's a thing. I think I'm just going to have to go through the spider cave. Get up, Simon. Yay. What's wrong with the spider cave? Unless I can get by on top of here. Ooh, that worked. Okay, no spider caves. We free. Ah, no Ross. Not just chilling. I want to jump so badly. Looking forward to a visitor. I don't think they care either way. To eat a visitor. That sounds more plausible. I have to deal with Yoshida. Not really looking forward to that. Is he going to be behaved? This isn't a no major glitches run, so he might be okay. He's usually fine when there's absolutely nothing at stake. If you're on good pace, then he usually has other ideas.
Never been happier to be inside. Let's find the Ark.
Well-behaved spooks guy. We'll see. When that one opens, it's time to panic. He's definitely one of the worst because it's literally just in my way. Literally the worst place. Should have jumped past him. I'm just gonna go sneak around here for a sec. Yeah, he's checking out the door. Please don't come in here. He's coming in here, for fuck's sake. You stay there. You stay there. Could have been worse. And he's one of the worst because he kind of like has a bit of everything that you've encountered up to this point. He's not blind. He's still incredibly sensitive to hearing. Just his mechanic of like, if you stare at him, he pauses is so weird.
Jesus Christ! What the hell?
Shut up, Ross.
Doesn't.
Ow. Yeah, you get a bit panicked after the last map. Hey. I may not be able to jump, but you're still dying. I tried to jump off the ladder. Can't jump. I have to actually climb down the bottom. Is there a fire extinguisher or something down here? No. I can't even jump in there. More of a fling. I mean, you still jump upwards. So it would still be a jump. Fling upwards. We'll call it that. No, I forgot to scan twice. Right, this is what I mean by you get 4 sirens and then they break, rather than 2.5. Oh well. 7 seconds of time saved there later. I have to do alpha. Going for the prop flight. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I completely forgot. Simon. Simon. It's not a satchel. Stop carrying it beside you. Hello? Could you stop pushing it around with your feet, please? Please don't make this weird. Almost. Made it out though. I'll admit this actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Frictional don't seem to make you rely on your jump at all much throughout the game. Apart from the one intended jump that I can think of, which is, you know, Upsilon awake, trying to get through the window, but apart from that, they never really make you jump. They just scare you, which makes you jump. I think someone on the dev team got confused. Money well spent on that feature. Bye. Hi. Oh, Rip, are you still here? I saw from your No Major Glitches run that you ran around, like, on the out of bounds section out there, you ran around the outside of the rocks. Just as a warning, that does actually slow you down by about 20 to 30%. So if you can do it, taking the route underneath the rocks is a lot faster. Obviously the jumps are kind of tricky, but If you can get them down, it's much preferred. Yeah, we used to go around the outside of the rocks there. But because of the Leviathan fight, you're actually constrained to like a certain box that you have to stay within. If you go too far outside of that box, it's normally like if you're going down the far side and you go into the shadowy areas, it slows you down, so you're easier to get hit by the Leviathan. But that box also extends out to just where those rocks end. So by going out and around the rocks to get on top, you're actually going outside and the game slows you down. Even though there's no Leviathan spawned, it'll still slow you.
This has to be 5, right?
Just a random bit of trivia while I was running through there, while I thought of it.
Catherine, can you hear me?
I hear you. This is Phi. What happened to Tau?
A lot, actually. But we're back on schedule now.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kind of lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should
Oh,
be
I can't
around
jump on
somewhere.
Catherine.
That's great. Let's go get it. All right, Phi is up and running.
That slow, depressing, like, climb down at the end.
Not really. For some reason, they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
Doing Phi the console way, also known as the casual way.
All right, found the Ark.
Simon.
Good job, Simon. Now we just need to find the assembly space so we can stuff the Ark into a shell.
This feels like the longest day of my life.
The only other like meme run of this game I could think of would be you're not allowed to pick up
Time
a prop,
together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
but then how do you get out of the
What day?
It's May 11th, 2104.
how do you get out of the room from Upsilon Awake?
But I don't remember when we started.
Backwards percent. What, start in the Ark and end up back in Toronto?
Is that it?
I'm really not that familiar
That'd be
with
kinda
guns
weird.
of any size. Oh, here we go. All systems say go.
Lock and load.
Come back up and we'll head out to the gun.
Just run backwards the entire. Oh, you can't run backwards though. Just walk.
Now what?
Now we just need to get the shell into the gun and then kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something? How are you gonna get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Oh, don't you worry. You don't operate something like the Omega space gun with your bare hands.
You mean
Slowly walk backwards the entire game.
pilot seat? Like back
Dealing
home?
with the Sheeta, just like
Yes, and we can use it to
no.
transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that.
I mean, you pretty much do
Now,
that anyway.
Take the Omnitool and plug it in next to the seat and I'll guide you through the final steps.
While trying to guess where a proxy is as you walk backwards past it. Crouch percent. I can't even get up this when I'm crouched. I've also never noticed those before. That's actually a cool detail. Staring down the entire time. Yeah. I do that enough anyway. Yeah, if you can come up with more strats for how to get past particular areas without jumping, do let me know. It'd be cool to see how quickly we can get this this category down. Also, I have to remember next time I do actual runs
Never get used to that.
to rebind the spacebar.
Right.
I will forget.
Comfortable?
As good as it's gonna get.
Okay, I'll activate the seat. You should be able to use the machines to load the bullet you assembled.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this
Thankfully, I
before.
won't get far because I
Well,
usually
you
jump
said
over the
race
table in the
lanes easy,
apartment.
so it shouldn't be a problem.
It'd still be annoying though.
There we go.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're
Can't
off.
stop scrolling in
Transfer
Soma.
our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Yeah, when I started learning Amnesia and when I came back the other week to do no major glitches, I immediately started scrolling
It's an amazing thing you did.
for jumps.
And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Wouldn't have noticed because Simon can't jump anyway.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
I've seen a few people come from running Amnesia to running Soma who have like automatically bound jump to the scroll wheel, not realizing that we actually do need to manipulate the distance that we hold props at, which is still bound to the scroll wheel as well, but you're just jumping all the time. You can't unbind it from that feature, from that button. That input.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I mean, you can get by
Nothing.
without adjusting the distance that you hold props, but it makes it so much easier for prop hovers.
We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Like quick ascents are only possible because of
Why
it.
are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry
No
over.
major
You were
distance adjust percent.
We both did. Just like
That's the
Simon
real
and I were,
category.
Just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
No. This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you
I do like
crazy?
that on there it says
We're
plug-in
gonna die
client
out here with
arc
those fuckers living at large on
or
a
ident
spaceship.
arc.
They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds
Like with that and the red line that tracks how far it is from the Earth, there's a lot of detail going on that screen.
Fuck this. Fuck. Fuck
Nice
you.
little touches.
Fuck you, Catherine. You lied, and I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
We are on the Ark, you idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance.
Fuck! Catherine?
Yeah, Frictional are good
Please don't leave me
developers.
alone. Catherine?
Beating your prediction by 8 minutes or so. I can get sub 130. Like, Omicron lost me a lot of time.
Come on!
131.08.
Whoa. Is this? Did it work?
Actually, I can't jump, so probably a 131.09. Because I'm not going to be able to jump over some of the rocks that I usually take shortcuts of. Like, sub 125 should be doable. Without Omicron, and I had some issues in Theta as well, I guess. Maybe just casually running.
Catherine? Catherine!
Hey.
I can't believe we actually made it.
So yes, you can beat Soma without jumping.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. everything's all right now.
Congrats on the PB. Well, thank you. I put a lot of work into beating that time. Of nothing. Oh, sorry, of infinity. But thank you for the GGs. I will let this play out and then I'll do another run. Thank you, dudes. I won't be uploading this as like an actual PB VOD because it's a meme category. I'm not interested in submitting this sort of thing, even if there was a leaderboard for it. It's just a bit of fun to have. Minus the leap. Yeah, Omicron definitely lost a lot of time just because I soft locked the damn thing. Let me just fix my gamma. Everything else in this game which seems to break when you finish it. Fruiting as I went, yeah. So now I've got a good idea, but there's still a few things that I want to try that I didn't get a chance to last time. Nope. See how this one goes. Why my game is taking longer to load these days.
Are you okay, Simon?
I just finished a playthrough. It shouldn't take that long to load the intro cutscene.
It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's
He
not
seems
like
more down to earth.
that. Why now?
Brains don't bleed.
Why is there never enough time?
Pretty sure they can.
For what?
Ooh, that 104 apartment. Ooh. Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
I mean, the brain still has blood vessels. It can bleed.
It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon. There it is.
So I can't take this apartment seriously because Simon's sofa is exactly the same chair that I had to model as one of my like first year assignments at university. Like, I've made one of those chairs. Yeah, don't have a bleeding brain. That would be my tip for the day. I can also save time on Tau outside because I won't be I won't be jumping. I won't be trying to go over a hill that I can't climb. Yeah, maybe. I don't know the science. Hey, gold subway.
I guessed it. Hello? That's
It's outside.
Dr. Munchie?
Hi, Doc.
Hi. Didn't hear you come in.
Look at me, I'm not
Simon
behind you
Jarrett,
this time.
right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah, it's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you.
Yeah, so to anyone who's tuned in who's missed the first attempt tonight,
Yes, I did.
who's not sure what's going on,
Well, we can start whenever you're
I'm
ready.
trying to beat the game as quickly as possible, but I can't jump. My spacebar, it do nothing. We now know that it's possible, and now I'm trying to do it faster. SMH not knowing brain science. Well, I'm sorry.
All right, let me just get this out of the way. You are Simon Jarrett, correct?
Nope.
Right.
Toronto, Canada. Munchie. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Nope.
Flat neurograph, version 6.
He was
Good.
born jumpless.
All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
Now you just need the scientist part.
Well, let's hope they're wrong.
And that's the easy part.
Ready? Say cheese.
What happened?
I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Yeah, Munchie's just a mister.
Mr. Munchie?
No, I'm losing time. I'm not going to know where my time safe is because I'm running against pure gold.
What was that?
Please stay. If I drop this, by the way, that's it. I can't get it back. Welp. 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 How did I get that back? It really doesn't like this collision. Anyway, I don't think Simon really likes this collision either. Nah, no, don't go around there. Oh no, not again. Okay. There we go. And... no, it's not in bounds. Come on, come on. It's gone. Yeah, funny enough, physics doesn't really like me playing around. I'm sorry, dudes. Just Soma things. Yeah, don't you just hate it when your box like collides with a vent and then disappears forever?
Hey, are you
Or a
there?
railing,
I found the
or
dome ceiling.
basically anything.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Or jumps into an abyss. No, that's metal
Hi,
sheets.
Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is
I
that
should
really
really make
important?
bigger drinks before
No,
I start
mean,
streaming.
Where did you work at Pezos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Only robots, crazy ones. Except for one. I think he was in pain. I'm not sure what to do.
He said he was hurting.
Sort of.
There's nothing in this room I can clip out with.
What was
Go
that?
somewhere else.
Whoa!
Apart from...
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Eh, nope.
Call the lambda.
Unsurprisingly, that doesn't work. Fuck you, Kath.
Hold the site. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Shit!
Go on.
Shit! Where should I? Oh, fuck!
Cut percent. So it's a common joke that you can prop fly with pencils in this game as like the smallest thing. You can't. They're too small to stand on. If they were a bit longer, then sure, I think you'd probably be able to. But unfortunately, no.
What? What the hell? How is this possible?
Ooh, I lost a lot of time because of the box. It didn't even get me anywhere useful. Massive pencil, one of those giant novelty ones that they use for signing the giant novelty checks.
Where did I get a flashlight?
Alright, answers on a postcard. Where did he get the flashlight? I still find it amusing that Simon doesn't cast a shadow, but the sheet does. His eyes are just super bright, they're like headlights. Just goes full beam when he needs to. Alright, so the sheet was useless to me in transport station, so I'm not going to bother with... I mean, I've fallen down here now, but... I didn't really need the preload. Damn, I just want to jump. I can't. Yeah, I didn't need the preload, but by the time I realized that, I'd already fallen off anyway. Oh yeah, for sure. Flip-flopping back and forth between quid-outs and no quid-outs in Amnesia is bad enough. I get into entrance hall on a no quid-outs run and just alt F4 and just go, well, reset. Hey, it's a bit of time back. Gonna get a lot of time back on this split though, because I'm not gonna be faffing around trying to get out of bounds and on top of the tunnel. I still hate this clip. Don't fall under there. Instinctively went for takedowns at the start of races. Hey, that was quick.
Shuttle J6 activated. Standing by.
Let's go to Delta. Actually, can I pick Omicron on that? I've not picked the other two on the right hand side. Can't remember if you can or not. I want to learn about Omicron.
Welcome to Pathos 2, your expressway to the stars. What started as a thermal mining operation in the 60s has now become home to the Omega space
The
company.
car is fast. The Nighthawk.
Launch satellites and deep space probes. Our unique Atlantic Ocean location allows for this gigantic
It's
flare gun
pretty speedy.
a marathon to safely launch projectiles without risk of damaging the payload with risky combustion.
A lot of the time it's too much for stunt runs. But for Marked Man, it's great. Like, it's tough on its own, but the shark cars usually can't keep up with you, so it's just... they may as well not be there. Unless you crash, in which case they do keep up for a little bit. It's not terrible with stunt runs. Like, it can still get a decent amount of rotation for flat spins, but the speed can be a bit of a pain. Especially for the route that we usually use for unconventional. Those two ramps with the billboards are kind of tricky. It's very easy to just go a bit too fast and just smack into it. Yo, Tomorrow, thank you very much for continuing the gift sub. Much appreciated. Also, how's it going? Have a guess what pace I'm going to be on after this split. How much time did I spend faffing around? I'm doing well. This run's about to get pretty good. I have no, like, possible time save on the thing because I literally just did the first run of this category. Like, this is the second run that anyone's ever done of this category, so... there will be quite a few golds in this run. Lots of things that I've learned from my mistakes before. I just tried jumping up there. Yo, Scarian, how's it going? Yeah, I stuck the percent on the end. So sue me. If you're going to do a meme run, you may as well do the memes. Just unbind the key.
Here we go again.
I did. Literally can't jump. But I know it's possible. I line up. I've done it again. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually impressed how much I got away with in the last run.
I can find Lambda, right? I mean, really? How big can this ocean be?
Work tomorrow at 7. Ooh. Are you doing overtime right now, or are you just... is this your usual work schedule? Like, considering that you're working morning and evening, I assume you work somewhere in, like, catering or something? Like, restaurant? I'm trying to jump and I'm thinking it's giving me more height. It's not. No, it's overtime. As long as the pay is good. Garden store. I don't see why, like, so many people have been so adamant about getting garden stores reopened in the current climate. Like, who the fuck needs plants right now? Your mum, apparently. I mean, my mum bought some plants, but online. Didn't actually go out to collect them. They arrived a bit squished, though. Bought enough soil for an entire farm. Oh god. Digital plants? Yes. I'm not going to get enough height to get up to the top, so I'm just going to go in here instead. Yeah, let me in. Can I beat this with 0 jumps? I can. It actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be.
Let's find a working escape vessel.
I've not actually stuck around for a full run. Was amnesia possible with no jumps? Or did you have to throw like 1 or 2 in? Hope to see me try it. I don't know nearly enough about amnesia to get a good run of that dying. But yeah, for those curious, I have no jump bind. Glitchless no jumps isn't possible. Where do you need to jump in that then? Hello? Assistant? Oh, right, yeah.
Warning. Reactor collapse imminent. Proceed to the emergency business.
I don't know, I think without jumps, this category done really well could probably go down to like somewhere between 125 and 120. Escaping this guy without jumps. You don't want to be jumping on this chase anyway. Every time he teleports, if you're in the air, you'll get shot forward. And if you end up like in a wall, you just stop dead. Also, if you jump at the exact time that he teleports, you just stop instantly. So you just want to stay on the ground for that. Like, jumps just make things worse. Also, immersion.
Steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choking, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what direction we're going in?
Don't worry, I'm hooked up to the navigator. We're headed for Theta. Should be a matter of minutes.
Thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WoW is keeping the Curie from going into a...
I do like the fact that they specifically put a blocking volume here, despite the fact that they closed the door on you. Like, they expected people to try this, I swear.
I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WoW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful
Doing the
enemy.
door yeet consistently. There's nothing consistent about this.
Persona, it doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like...
You just scrub it with a fire extinguisher and hope it disappears.
Was that the ship?
Looks
As I said a few times, there's a rare chance that it will like wrap around behind you, and it can push you out through the collision box. But I've only had it happen twice in like 3 years. Please remain seated. How about no? I can try some door strats this time. See if I can do anything with it. No. I tried to adjust it and it got kicked. Do control room and you do all rooms inbounds besides C2. Okay.
You're the rescue team, huh?
Oh, I landed in the worst spot.
Don't worry, kid.
Can I get out of this
I'll
hole?
find a way to Theta.
Okay, I thought I just put myself in a ditch. I couldn't escape. Whee! How do you do that without jumping then? Surfboard hype. Nope, never mind. No! No! Hey, Krabby. Make a ramp. I have to do that in Omicron. Because you want to get an early grab on the gel in the cabinet, so you stack a chair and a metal sheet up so you can run up it. So you can't jump on the chair normally, like you normally do.
The Zeppelin's on its way. Better get ready.
Yeah, Jamie, how's it going?
Calm down. We're safe.
Oh, it's really
This run is
disappointing
possible,
being
though.
out of existence like that.
So I did manage to finish one run earlier.
At least that's what you said before the crash.
Oh, right. Of course. Is this a Zeppelin?
Appropriately.
Like, I'm not like just
Think you can get us to Theta?
trying not to jump. My spacebar is completely unbound. So I couldn't jump if I wanted to.
I'm sure it can carry us. Why won't it work? Come on. Oh, the tool chip is bust.
Isn't that part of the Omni tool?
Look who's been paying
Joining
attention.
on the no jumps fun.
That back at Upsilon.
Then you
Fun.
know how it works. We need to get a new tool chip and switch
I
it.
kid, this has actually been pretty cool to explore.
Tool chip storage?
I think it would be easier to just take one from a robot.
What? Just knock a robot over the head and steal their chip?
But as soon as I saw you guys doing that yesterday, I had to give it a go here.
Come on. I don't want to hurt anyone. Isn't this a bit much?
It's just a robot, Simon.
We're just robots.
Soma's really not difficult.
I'll get us the chip.
If you want to go with mostly glitchless strats, it's not difficult at all. But being primarily an any percent runner, I'm doing things obviously more geared towards that route. You okay? You're just kind of like chilling over here.
Oh, come on.
Okay, he's just going to sit here. And he's stuck. Cool. Yeah, he still made it.
Works.
If he gets stuck for too long, he will right himself. Try to resist jumping tomorrow at work. Good luck on PB. I'm gonna try and hover out of here.
Hey, Simon.
It might not work.
Okay? We really needed that chip. We'd be stuck here.
Could you do it? Kill a robot like that?
I get attached to them too. I'm not a monster. But in this case...
Like, because I'm not having to jump on top of it, I just have to look down and grab it.
Talking.
Gives me a little bit more time.
I mean, he was delusional, but he seemed
But whether I can
sincere.
get the height to...
Present.
Yeah, well...
You never
I'm sure
jump?
it's
Okay.
fine.
Was he really that
I usually get like 2 or 3 jumps to get the extra height just to make sure I clear the fence.
I mean, really sink in. I'm a robot.
Didn't we cover this already?
Guess I've known ever since I woke up at Upsilon. I just keep suppressing it. Like my brain doesn't want me to think about it. It's really getting hard not to think about it.
Yeah. Could you maybe hit that switch over there? So
Do
we
one
can
jump
look at-
IRL during a cutscene?
Yeah, sure.
Not on this floor. If I jumped in this room, I'd go straight through the floor.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you can actually get up pretty quickly. This house is old. The floor shakes walking around. Jumping is not a good idea. Human did a jump.
That's a long drop.
Hoping for a prop hover IRL. I'm still working on the strats for that. Tech doesn't work quite the same. If I get spooked, yeah, I mean that could work. Ooh, hello. I just remembered that I wasn't sure if I could get back in bounds going this way. We'll see. I might be locked here.
Yeah.
The jump in time. Shush. I thought I was going to get stuck there. How did I lose that much time at Delta? I thought that was going to be the quicker version. Okay, I can just run up here, it's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I need to make sure, though, that I get back in time for the Zeppelin.
It's clear that we're no
If I
longer
can't jump
human.
past the Zeppelin, that's going to be a problem.
How can I feel like Simon? How can I feel like anything at all? I mean, technically, I don't have any ears, no mouth.
I'm just going to have to open the door and then run, not set the puzzle up.
Making sounds.
Because
I'm
the
still
puzzle's
saying
useless. I would have to jump out the door, which I can't do. Possible to beat without crouching?
So my mind is covering it up, pretending
I don't
nothing's different.
think so. Vents. Do vents actually count as you crouching?
So
You kinda like
I've found a good
climbing.
balance between awareness and ignorance.
No, the window
Maybe
jump
I should
doesn't.
Think about this stuff, or are my thoughts actually making me cope? Could I tip the balance by suddenly
Alright, back
gaining
in
some
perfect
insight
time.
and go insane?
Far too much time. Just gonna stand over here so I don't get pushed off. The window doesn't require crouching.
Cav, before you go, the artificial intelligence you mentioned in the escape vessel? Is it the WoW's fault that we're like this? I mean, it seems like something an unreliable AI would do.
I suppose it set the ball in motion, but it's not directed with purpose.
Hi, Kath.
It's really complicated to explain how machines think, Simon. Concentrate on getting inside Theta, okay? See you soon.
The scripted crouches. Oh yeah, Rainy Hall. If you tried doing Amnesia crouchless, you'd fail in the first, like, 30 seconds. Did that actually save any time? Yes, because I don't have to wait for the door to open. Fighting his own neck. Alright, back on pace again. So this map was one of my main worries when I was doing the run earlier, but it's possible.
Well,
I just need to set you up so I can get on top of you. Get a hover going. Wait for the map to change. Hey. Nice. It's stuck there again. Hug time. That went pretty well. Hey, gorgeous. Yeah, if I wanted to do runs of this in Amnesia, I'd have to get back into running Amnesia first. I'm going to be rusty at just doing it regularly, let alone without jumping. Unsettled Tom's face.
Don't move. It's okay.
Any idea what I'll do next after Soma meme runs? I have a Burnout meme run lined up,
Ashley? What are you doing here?
which you can all spend your channel points on making my life miserable.
We're not.
You don't want me?
Yes, of course, but. What happened?
We fell in love.
I would love to check that face, but I can't. But I know the one. Reverse percent burnout. I'm sure that would work perfectly. I have never done item armor. Please be nice, Mr. Proxy. It's almost like I'm doing no major glitches. I was kind of hoping I'd get to avoid him, but apparently not. Please just go through the door this time. He just went through the door. He actually listened. Pump it, Simon. Just in case he comes climbing, like running back, I do need to set up a hover on this. Okay, he's after me. Get out of the way! Hey, buddy. He gets there fast. Might lose a bit of time on that one. That prop setup was kind of weird. Or not. Oh, if I can get the sheet to work first try, I get to save a lot of time here. Do I bother? Yes, yes I do. I have like half an Omicron worth of time save. That's got to be like 2-3 minutes. So if this doesn't mess up, I can be on good pace there.
Where am I going? This isn't safe.
Please let me in. I hate this clip so much. Hey! I love this clip. When it works. Now don't soft lock the damn dive room. Ooh.
Let's find that suit.
Who'd have thought if you drop the sheet, you waste a lot of time. Okay, Ross. Kinda did that wrong, but it worked.
This Omicron?
Nah.
Everything is so basic, so limited. I hope it's not the Omnitool falling apart. Okay, we need to find you a power suit. You know, so we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda.
You think we'll find one that fits me? I mean, I'm kind of in a...
She really liked using cans as a metaphor.
You know how you were transferring...
There it's a can of soda. When she's talking about the dumb bat, it's a can of soup.
I forget.
Okay, so we do it again.
You want to send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I
The new
wanna
Windows
transfer your
update.
mind into a new body.
What?
Look,
I still
we
need to do
already
that for
know
my
what we've
PC.
done. We don't need to make it a big deal.
It is a big deal, Kath. It's a huge fucking deal. There's got to be something else that can take us down there.
The Dunbat at Theta was the only vessel that could take that.
Well, I usually update to the new version, and then I just make an install USB and then install it from scratch.
Play along for now. If we find
I don't trust the longevity of
Not promising anything.
a Windows upgrade anymore.
Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
I have actually had Windows Update just kill my PC midstream once. Like back when Windows 10 first came out, it was very just like, you update when we say you update.
There's a dead woman inside.
Don't care what you're
I
doing.
think it's a woman.
Thankfully, it's not that bad
Found in the
anymore.
annex. She's missing her head.
No. Yep, I clicked and unclicked, but it still works. I can't actually hover up here. Shut up, Ross. Now you need the fire extinguisher. So I need to get on top of this chair in order to get the gel out, so you can just kind of do that. That's kind of up the wrong way. But it doesn't want to go up any other way now. Oh. I might have pushed it through the wheel. Yeah, you can get the clip, but you're not going to be able to get anywhere with it, really. Alright, still got it. I don't have a sheet to clip out with anymore, though. Gonna have to use the fire extinguisher. I hate this thing. Alright, it works. Come here. Come on. Thank you. I still need you, though. Right, slightly different route to last time. Moving the player to the spectate camera. If you have it on in debug, it's F7. Yo, hacks. This is Jumpless. My spacebar is unbound, so Simon can't jump. Oh yeah, sorry, the shortcut, yeah, just always teleport player to camera. Which only works if he's a significant distance away from the camera already. He can still pass hills as long as he can climb them. He just can't jump. So even a foot-high wall is a bit too much of an obstacle for him. Alright, got my items. Shut up, Ross. How can I clip without jumping? You don't need to jump to clip.
Shut the door. Lock the door.
It's locked. What's going on?
That is a very unhappy doorway.
Managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything we need, right?
Yeah. Let's get to work. This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work. Make sure it's all bunched together with the structure gel connecting all the parts. All right, try activating the suit from the terminal again.
Oh, really? I've not done anything with Penumbra, so I don't know how that works.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You know, in this game, you literally just like hold a prop inside your hitbox, drop it, and then immediately pick it up again, and it'll push you in the proper part. And you basically just aim what direction it's going to push you through a wall. That's basically it. Like, it's super simple. You can do it basically everywhere.
Come on,
But no, you don't have to jump for them in this game.
We need to loop back the activity manifested by. That's everything. You can. Sorry about any discomfort. This should be over soon.
It's like having your picture taken.
But with the most expensive camera in the world.
You know, Indians thought photos would steal their souls.
In this case, they'd be right.
Still waiting for a sale on Soma.
What are you doing? We need to.
It shouldn't be too long. I'm getting that the floating bits like way more often now.
What was that?
No, it's just.
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was
At the
it still
absolute
talking?
latest, it'll go on sale for Halloween.
You know it's not magic.
But it'll probably be involved in... Has the Steam Summer Sale happened yet?
God damn it.
That's got to be close otherwise.
It is not something you really want to get caught.
Come on.
Actually, it's May. Like, Summer Sale is going to be June, July, right? Playing all categories on the game. I like the game.
Don't waste time, Simon. Activate the power system.
Yeah, I'm running this one because, well, I'm the only person who's run it so far. All Wildflowers was kind of like just... Originally I suggested it to Cosmic as a joke, and he was just like, yes, we should do this. And things happened and it became a thing. Oh! How do I keep doing this? Hey, Cosmic. I assume by why you mean the category? I was just talking about all Wildflowers. And how I originally suggested it to you as a joke, and you were just like,
Activate the clamor, please.
yeah, we should do this. And then it kind of happened. But the Amnesia guys have been doing this Jumpless, like, meme category recently, so I thought I'd see if it was possible in Soma. And it is.
Some luck, right? I woke up in the right body.
I mean, if no one else runs it, you could literally just,
Never
like,
experienced my journey.
start stream, go to sleep,
You wouldn't understand.
go like 3 days, and then
I couldn't do it, and you knew it.
do a run at the end, just submit the whole thing, and you've still got a record. You can just
Only
pause
wish
for
you'd done a
half of
better
it.
job. I basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you?
Still a speedrun, is
He
it
would
though?
know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon.
Like, some people submit their casual playthroughs to speedrun.com.
This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing. And you wouldn't mind? Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been? Please say something. I don't want to think.
Yeah, that's 3 times now, Cosmic, that I've mentioned you or said something that you've said
Upset you.
right as you've entered.
Say anything.
How do we keep managing this?
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. feel how I had to, tuck my arm so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first
No
time
music,
that
I'm
I
afraid.
did go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge, and I felt the warm wind in my hair, and the sun was setting, and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging.
27 minutes over 11 minutes is not
I really never
terrible.
felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times
Like,
after.
not enough for it to be a meme. If they'd submitted like a 5-hour run to a sub half-hour or sub quarter-hour category, then sure, maybe.
Still feel that sense of awe?
But 27 minutes still sounds like they tried.
Different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on?
It's awful. I mean, they
Everyone's
still
gone.
tried.
All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so unhappy being what you are, or is this about the man who went
Like,
for his funeral?
if someone submit to Soma Any Percent a run that was like 3 hours long, but it was trying all the clips, I'd be happy for them at least like getting a run completed.
There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes
You know,
me
it's
feel
it's
like
not
I'm
something
alone.
to
Even if we make it to the yard,
make a joke out of.
would it be any different? I'd still be alone. No friends. No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler.
Yeah, I have to stand
If
up.
not, you still have...
Catherine? Kath? Hello, Catherine. What happened?
Hey, I know it's not much, but why have we stopped moving?
The power blacked out for a moment. Think it could be the atmospheric pressure.
The run was a troll. Like,
Really testing the limits of
was
my
it
suit.
actually a troll, or are you just saying that because it was a bad run?
Comforting.
It will hold.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels omitted more than anything.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
You say you won't be verified, so are the Penumbra boards moderated in a way that if I did submit a time that was that long, I would be declined?
We tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever...
So if that's the case, then I never want to run Penumbra.
Seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it sounds exciting, but it really keeps me activated to the point of exhaustion.
Okay. Because there are leaderboards that do that say if you're not with it... I think it was Call of Duty Zombies.
That'd be the worst.
I think one of the leaderboards for those has been, like, somewhere in the rules it said something like, if your run is not within a certain amount of time of the world record, you will be declined. Like, fuck that. Like, that is no way to run a leaderboard. That's just fucking stupid. Take a seat, Simon. The crash beef you had? Oh, was this from the Blind Runners submissions for Crash 3?
Something dropped onto the cage. Knocks you right out.
Spoke to me.
Looks like a man. One of WoW's creatures. It just stared at you for a moment, then...
I mean, it's still, maybe I'm just misunderstanding Penumbra, but 27 minutes for a run that's got an 11-minute world record doesn't sound like that much of a time difference.
For sure. Glad it didn't.
For a game that casually was probably designed to be a couple of hours. Or at least an hour.
Looks like we're closing in on the ocean floor.
Good. Not sure the climber can take it much
Like,
longer.
again, I've not played the Penumbra games, but
It's about an acre of the...
I'm pretty sure they take longer than half an hour to play through casually.
I expect we'll have to do some walking before we reach town.
You haven't been here before?
Not in a way that'll help us.
I mean, I will go and watch the run.
We're following your own footsteps, Cat.
When I had footsteps.
You could still be down here somewhere, technically.
Don't remind me, freaks me out. Alright, let's head for town and find that arc.
Made to be 6 hours casually. Then 27 minutes is a perfectly legit speedrun time. I couldn't even say if I could do better on my first try if I ever tried it. You can look at the first submitted run. If you go on the Soma leaderboards and then at the top under the filters or whatever, or there's a drop down that lets you show obsoleted runs. That lets you show all of the runs that have been replaced by better times. If you open that one up, it'll show you like every submission basically that's ever been on the leaderboard. So you can scroll to the bottom and you'll see what the longest time was there. Right. Tomorrow, I was talking in a particular example about COD Zombies. COD Zombies is not Formula 1. Yeah, 2 hours 27's still a decent time. Like, if it's your first ever attempt at a run, then you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up the clips. You're gonna end up reloading a save over and over again to try and get something working. But there's nothing wrong with that. Get up, Simon. God, you're pathetic. Just casually saunter up the hill. Expect perfection. Yeah, that ain't happening. Unless you're literally a human Taz, like, no one's gonna do a perfect run of something. I'll have a look later and judge for myself if it was actually a troll run. But all I have really to go on is the time. And the time doesn't seem like it's that bad. Don't worry about it. Yoshida, be nice, please. I think the thumbnail for this this stream is just going to end up being like 2 knees with a giant red cross over them. Over the top of the box that was being weird in Upsilon. I don't want to turn my thumbnails into reaction faces. I'm not clickbaiting shit. Streamer disables their spacebar. You won't believe what happens next. Holy shit, 11 minutes. They didn't go the wrong way.
Never been happier to be inside.
The fireworks box, yeah. Alright, Yoshida, where are you? You gonna come this way? Hi. Stay. Right there. Have to go around this way. Oh, hello. Stay. Stay. Let me through. It's very rare that he'll be that side of the... like, around that corner. Why can't I get that in a no major glitches run? Like, that was almost ideal in terms of time. A damn chair every time. How much time is Soma casually? Most people tend to finish in like 5 to 7 hours. If you're actually trying to dig up at least some of the lore. If you're just like going through it as quickly as you possibly can as a casual player, maybe like 4 to 5. There's no box I can drop down. Oh yeah. Yeah, I ended up skipping a fair bit of lore towards the end because like, there's just so much. Like even now, if I'm like going around in free cam, I'll find a body that I've never listened to the black box of. Did I make any major mistakes this run? Or have I killed the category that I've just started? Until someone finds a better route. I forgot to jump. Ah, shame. Oh, right, yeah. Upsilon. Didn't treat me too kindly. But hey, 12:43 ahead. 33, I almost said. And just a casual fight to finish. You jump to fly. Do you have to keep jumping while you're flying, or is it just like to get it started? Literally all I'm holding right now is Shift W and left click. And just looking down. Like, prop flying in this game is just ridiculously easy. Spacebar spamming? Oh, ooh. Kind of like old engine Half-Life 2 then. Which is like constantly spamming jump and E. Like to keep picking the item back up again. Maybe not as bad. Oh, you have to keep picking it up as well? Huh. I mean, I've seen Andy and Cotty do some runs of Penumbra. I've seen Blood Thunder as well, but I didn't realize that you actually had to spam. It always just seemed like it looks like it works the same as Soma's ones do. There's only so much you can see from watching a stream. Hold left click and spam. Oh, so you do hold left click. Like Half-Life 2, you basically would do the equivalent of spamming spacebar and spamming left click. Which is even worse. So it's both hands that are going nuts. Right, yeah, because the bits that I've seen, it looked too smooth to be constantly re-grabbing the prop. Hey. So the 120 was not too difficult.
This has to be Phi, right?
I mean, the game could still crash or lock me out or something.
Catherine, can you hear me?
I hear you. This is Phi. What happened to town?
A lot, actually. But we're back on schedule now.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kind of lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should be around somewhere.
That's great. Let's go get it.
Let's go get it.
Alright, Phi is up and running.
So to all of you who've played this game casually, who snuck around Phi thinking there was going to be another enemy around the next corner?
Did you find out what happened to the Ark team?
Not really. For some reason, they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
I mean, it's nice and brightly lit, but the game has thrown many curveballs.
Alright, found the Ark.
Good job, Simon. Now we just need to find the assembly space so we can stuff the Ark into a shell.
This feels like the longest day of my life. Has it just been one day?
I have no idea. Our time together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
What time is it then? What day?
It's May 11th, 2104, 3:30 a.m., but I don't remember when we started.
Looks like the film with Kirsten Stewart. You mean Underwater, the new one?
Is that it?
I'm really not that familiar with guns of any size. Oh, here we go. All
A
systems
creative
go.
title,
Lock and load.
Underwater.
Come back up and we'll head out to the
Always sleeping.
Now what?
Now we just need to get the shell into the gun and then, kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something? How are you gonna get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Yeah, I watched Underwater recently. It was a pretty good film.
Space gun with your bare hands.
You mean
This film was garbage. We will agree to disagree. I quite liked
Yes,
it.
and we can use it to transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that. Now, take the Omnitool and plug it in next to the seat, and I'll guide you through the final
Yeah, I
steps.
thought it was alright. When I first saw it, it was mentioned alongside being. Oh, actually, Benny, this will answer your question as well. It was kind of meant to be alongside, or it seemed like it fit in with the Cloverfield mythos, and Cloverfield's actually my favorite film, the original. So I've not been too happy with the films that came after the original, but the original is like such a good film for me. So anytime they mention that there's like a sequel or a spin-off or any sort of thing that might be in that kind of universe, I'm down to watch it.
Oh, I'll never get used to that.
Yeah, Cloverfield was a great film.
Not after this is over.
Right. Have a seat. Comfortable?
Explodey lady.
Okay, I'll activate the seat. You should be able to use the machines to load the bullet you assembled.
Yeah, they're supposed to be working on a true Cloverfield sequel, so I'm pretty excited about that.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried
Not
this
much has
one.
been spoiled about it.
Toilet seats are notoriously easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane was kind of confusing, and the Cloverfield Paradox was okay, but didn't really have that much substance.
There we go.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
But we need to transfer our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Here we go. No turning back.
Ah,
Thank you, Simon.
Don't mention it.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know
Godzilla
I
versus
appreciate it.
Cloverfield versus King Kong.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
Cloverfield 2008. I think it was a 2008 film.
10 seconds. 9,
The cover should be like a decapitated Statue of Liberty.
6,
It's unmistakable.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah, we made it! I'm still here.
Versus the Pacific Rim Kaiju.
I'm still here.
Versus Stitch.
Catherine?
And Scooby-Doo.
Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell
And
happened?
Simon Jarrett.
What went wrong?
Nothing.
Raised from his
They're
underwatery
out there,
grave.
among the stars. We're here.
No.
Back to avenge
We
the
were
death
getting
of
on the
Catherine.
Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then
Versus
why are we still here?
Sharknado.
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied
It just makes everyone like boil over with rage at him. That's how he wins.
Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
No. This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna
That's
die
great.
out here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survives, that something lives on.
No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine.
Space fuckers on a space station.
I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
We are on the Ark, you idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance. You
Fuck!
F.
Catherine? Please don't leave me alone. Catherine? Catherine?
To live it large on a spaceship. It's not much of a spaceship.
Whoa. Is this... Did it work?
Just a couple of solar panels strapped to a metal canister. Alright, 116.47. A can of soup. If you peel off the Pathos logo, it's just a giant can of Campbell's. Or Heinz. Or insert favorite soup brand here. Recycled can of soup. No, I got could have.
Catherine! I can't believe we
No, I
actually
lost
made
time.
it.
Damn you, could have.
Did.
I'm so relieved.
That's a really good time, actually.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
It's a shame there's no leaderboards. Thank you for the GGs. So I don't know if I'll be doing it tomorrow or Saturday, but I will be doing... Yo, Sagari, how's it going? I don't know if I'll be doing it tomorrow or Saturday, but I will be doing a Burnout Paradise meme run as well this weekend, which will be... You can use your channel points to get me to do things that will just waste my time and make me hate myself, so that could be fun. Thank you for the G, dudes. Paradise reverse percent. So I've got a list of things that I want to add. It's not a complete list. If anyone has any suggestions while it's going on, they're things that I can add for the future. I remove the SIP reward. It was fine, except for it doesn't really work that well with speedruns. Like, taking a sip when you're in the middle of a difficult skip and then people start spamming it, it's just... I want to, but at the same time, I want to finish the run and not, like, fall off the map because I was taking a sip mid-skip. So, I don't feel it was worth it for my particular style of stream. If I did more in the way of casual stuff, then sure. No. I was fine with that happening. But overall, it's not something that I want to go through every single stream. Removes hydration after fear of being drowned. But no, as I was saying, I will be back doing Burnout. Either just a regular Burnout, like regular run tomorrow, or I'll do the meme one. I'll see what I feel more like. One's going to take like 2.5 hours, the other's going to take like 5. But yeah, like midway through the run, you can swap which event I'm doing next. You can tell me to go find a different car and switch to it, get my car sprayed a different color, and at the earliest possible opportunity, I have to go and do that. Like before I start another event, or if I've just started an event while I'm doing the event. So expect lots of time to be wasted, just me going insane. Hopefully it works out well. The prices I'm having to set a little bit higher because I know a lot of people in chat have like 80 to 90,000 points right now. So if I price them how I want them, they're just going to end up spamming them. So I've had to put the prices up a little bit just for the first time, just to make it a little bit more manageable, and we'll see, like, I'll get a rough, like, how I want the prices to be after a couple of tries at it. But feel free to come along and check that out if you're interested. And if you do have any suggestions during the run for things that I can do to, you know, add more effects that I have to do make a suggestion. How was my burnout speedrun? It fell apart towards the end. I ended up like 10 minutes behind after losing an event like 3 times. But that's just how burnout runs go. They're stupidly volatile. But that is going to be it for me tonight. I only really had the time for the 2 runs. I'm honestly surprised at how well that went. Like, I wasn't expecting to come anywhere close to that. I was expecting to get halfway through the run and just, like, not get anywhere. I was expecting there to just be one hurdle that I hadn't thought of. But apparently not. But anyway, I'm going to be off for now. I will leave you in the hands of Matty, who's doing Burnout 3 any %. So I'll be back tomorrow with, as I said, either like a regular Burnout run or the meme run. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, catch you then.